Hey, it's Ragtar, and I'm back with another episode of Two Spoopy's Mansion, and I thought I would point out something in Two Spoopy's Mansion. So, anyways, I got this pointed out to me in Two Spoopy's Mansion in the comments just a few days ago, and thank you to the person who pointed this out. I think it was Rawcock, but Rawcock might have been the person who just pointed out that I needed to do that. But anyways, they pointed out to me that I need to use the punching bags, which apparently makes me lose my coins, but to make this boss actually work. But what's even more important is that they possibly were also the person who pointed out to me, like I said, much more importantly, that you can find out basically what any boss's desires are. Not their desires, but what will make them get triggered by just looking at them through your Game Boy Horror. And I did not realize that you could make the bosses make their intentions clear by looking at them through the Game Boy Horror. And I knew that, I suspected that it had something to do with the punching bags, but for some reason it didn't occur to me to just examine them, which is really stupid because so many times people have said in the comments, Ragtar, here's how you play this game. Examine everything. And I was just a foolish person who, I guess when people keep on numerous times saying, Ragtar, examine everything, I just sort of be like, okay, I'm examining things, but I'm not really examining everything. And so now I know that A, I can use the Game Boy Horror to find out how to beat bosses, and that B, I can, such diamond. Very, very money. So yeah, anyways, I was super excited to find out that tricky trick that I can always use the Game Boy Horror to tell me a boss's weakness, and on top of that fact, aside from the fact that I can always use the Game Boy Horror to tell me what a boss is going to react to, I can also use the punching bags in this specific fight. But I feel like I will never need another tip again, now that I know the Game Boy Horror can teach me the ways of each individual boss. Boo, don't touch me. Boo, once you touch me, everything's gonna be bad. I've always wondered if there's a way that I can know to keep Boo in the room with me. Is that door locked? It's always locked. And now Boo is in another part of the house that I don't care to go looking for it in, so I'm just gonna keep on my merry way now that I failed that Boo and just go to the new part of the house that I haven't been to yet. I just thought I would point that out. Thank you for the tip. I very much appreciated it. But that now brings me to some real exploring. We're going back up to the unicorn balcony where I recently obtained the ability to go through this horrid, most evil of places and get back into the house. Oh, the lights are off. Oh, schnib snap. I actually think let's hear, I'm sure EGADS has something to say about that. What a calamity, the electricity has gone out, that lightning strike. Let's cause blackout, I can't see anything in this blasted darkness. The ghost will have the run of the place in the dark. Be careful, Luigi! Alright, so I think that, oh, well, obviously it brings this orange-ass ghost here, but I think that turns off the lights in any part of the house that the lights have been on in. And if I remember correctly, another thing that does is it gives me the ability now, I believe, and I'm not 100% sure, I'm sure I might have to have somebody confirm this for me, but that gives me the ability to now possibly go back and get the speedy spirits in the rooms that I missed them in. I'm killing all these ghosts in hopes that murdering them all will cause me to get sweet, sweet goods in the long run of life. Now, you know, there is a boiler room in this game, so it could be possible that I need to do something in that boiler room, and the boiler room might, I don't know why it would make the electricity come back. Also, by the way, this is useful tips everywhere this week. Somebody gave me a tip. I kept on always saying that the only way I could figure out to know if a door was real was to check the map. I was like, oh, check the map. That's how you know a door's gonna be real or not. But somebody pointed out to me, that you can know if a door is real. Oh, this ghost is not being cool. Ugh! No, I got you so many times and you cheated. There we go. But yeah, somebody pointed out to me you can know if a door is real because it has a little doormat in front of it. And doors with a little doormat in front of them are doors that you can use to, are doors that you can use, and doors without... I'm gonna get away from that chest. The fact that it opened up all ghost-like scared me. But yeah, so the doors with a little doormat are real doors, doors without a doormat, not real doors. And I always thought that the only way you could really know was to go check the map. So that was another super useful tip. Basically, this week has just been full of useful tips, and I love all these tips because they, you know, they make me play the game better. And I've said so many times on my channel, I'm not the best at video games, so I welcome tips that can help me possibly play the game better. Clearly, though, I need to pick up this phone, but I'm afraid of the spoops. Alright, that box was safe. Get away from this one. This is gonna be the one, oh, the one with the money. I thought maybe one of them would, like, have a speedy spirit in it or something. Surely, if I investigate all these things, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a speedy spirit. Alright, enough vacuuming things and examining. It's time to do... I'm afraid there'll be a spoopy voice if I pick up the phone, though. Alright. It's Bowser! Alright, nope, they didn't want to talk to Bowser. Alright, we're gonna have to say it's Luigi. Hello? I really like the way he says hello. Oh, okay. Toad was calling. It's not a spoopy voice at all. It's a non-spoopy voice. The lightning caused blackout all over the house. What should we do? Well, I can turn the lights back on, I believe, because there's some sort of boiler room, which possibly has something to do with power in the basement. Breaker switch, somewhere in the basement, yeah, in the boiler room. Man, now... I wonder if it'll be Toad again, or if now it'll actually be somebody spoopy. It's some... Oh, nope, now it's EGAT. Wait, why is he calling on the phone? I guess... Oh. Maybe the power is... Okay, so the power's not affecting it, it's just him being kind of goofy. Now there's a ghost who fled from the gallery, who only hides in the darkest places. His name is Uncle Grimly. If he's on the loose, then you may have your only chance to get him, but why don't you try looking for him before you get those lights back on? He's old for a ghost, but it's only made him more cautious. I do know, though, that for some reason he tends to prefer rooms with mirrors. Alright, cool. And now that's gonna... Yep, I was about to say that'll make some ghosts probably pop up when he says that. Huh. And we can light up this room, but, of course, I guess that means I should probably, before I go turn the lights on, I should probably try and go get Uncle Grimly. Grimly, I don't know why I'm gonna mention this, because it's completely off topic. Grimly is a nickname that I used to have, in college. Some of the people at work called me Grimly, but what was always weird about that nickname was the fact that there was no reason for it. Like, the person who called me Grimly, it wasn't because of this game. They just called me Grimly. I'm pretty sure it was, like, completely random choice of names that one day they were like, Raktar is gonna be called Grimly. I think it's because he knew that I liked Dungeons and Dragons, and in his head, he thought, like, Grimly was, like, a really good fantasy name. He was just like, oh yeah, Grimly, that's like a, it's like a fantasy name, so somebody who loves fantasy novels would really be into a name like Grimly, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I kind of took to it, so I never stopped him from calling me Grimly, but I definitely thought to myself, damn, why does he always call me Grimly? I am gonna go search for, I know of a few rooms that have big ol' mirrors, so I'm gonna go look for the few rooms with big ol' mirrors that I know of, and if I find Uncle Grimly, I'll pop back in for some more commentary. Well, I found Uncle Grimly, I think, but it's not in the room I thought it would be. I figured automatically that Uncle Grimly was gonna be in, like, the gigantic... There's this room. It's the room next to the room that you find Madame Clairvoyant in. The entire room is literally just one gigantic mirror. And I was like, oh, dude, I was like, if he likes to hang out in rooms with mirrors, he's gonna hang out in the room next to Madame Clairvoyant's room, where it literally just has one gigantic mirror. But instead, he didn't do that. He hung out in this room. It's the wardrobe room. It's this room right here on the second floor. Not sure why this is where he chose to hang it out, but he did also choose to give me a key, which means that Unky Grimly is a cool guy. Does that key just open up a... Okay, so it goes to the room... It goes to one of the rooms in the basement. Whatever, so we'll figure it out, because it goes to one of the rooms in the basement. And that's where I'm headed anyway, because I've got some breakers. Oh, by the way, I thought I would point this out. I guess now that I've got a chance to point it out, going through the mansion with the lights out is actually the most terrified. I know this game isn't actually supposed to be a scary game, but the most terrified I've been playing this game has been going through the mansion again after the lights go off, because all the ghosts that spawn at different times when the lights are on, they all spawn like at once, and it is just terrifying because you're just walking through rooms, and especially because I didn't know where Uncle Grimly was, there was quite a few rooms I was checking. I was like, does this room have enough mirrors to have Uncle Grimly in it? And I'm just getting like accosted by ghosts just like left and right, and it's actually pretty terrifying. So I guess it didn't occur to me, but Uncle Grimly must be a required part of the game, because originally that door to this room, the breaker room, I don't know why I kept calling it a boiler room even though I'm going to hit a breaker. Originally this door wasn't locked, and it didn't even occur to me that I thought maybe the key that I found with Uncle Grimly was a key to something else. By the way, I will point out, I'm sure somebody might point out in the comments, and I'm going to apologize. Somebody might be like, hey Raktar, you missed all your chances to get all the speedy spirits that you missed. I am not very interested in speedy spirits, so I'm sorry to anybody that is maybe hoping I would go after those speedy spirits, but I'm not the type to be particularly interested. Okay, there we go. It's like, this dang-ass boo is just gonna be in one of these barrels, and there's no way of knowing which one other than just kind of like vacuuming them all. It's like Pokemon, but instead of catching them all, you vac them all. Okay, there we go. There's the, Boo Hatch. Boo. I like that this guy's name is kind of like bitch, like Boo Witch. This guy's a bitch, but like, cause he's like a hell of a, he's like a bitch to fight, you know. He's like a son of a bitch. It's like, oh my god, this guy's gonna be a toughie. And it holds true because he has 200 health, is what I'm trying to say. That Boo has lots of health. I feel like you'd have to be a pretty old school chimchamp in order to keep that Boo in the room the entire time. I'm sure many people have done it, but I just lack the skills to do such thing. Oh, I'm gonna need to do something. Oh, Giganto Heart. But I was like, I need to do something here to get this room traversable. Oh, I guess I can obviously use the vacuum for its intended purpose. Oh, and there's a switch that, gravity. I remember those switches. I should have known what that did because I've had experience with the gravity switches before, but there's so few of them in the game that I'd honestly just kind of forgotten what the, wait, no, that was not cool. I flashelled him. I hit him with my flashel. That should not have worked. Alright, whatever. Dude, this time I will, okay, for some reason, this dude is cheating and he doesn't like being flashelled, apparently. Ghost, come back here. There we go. See, it's a super easy ghost to flashel. I don't know why it was giving me such a hard time flashelling this a-hole. And I got the room lit up, but of course, there's going to be some importance in this room because there's gravity. There's the gravity buttons, and I don't think those gravity buttons are here for no reason, so. Oh my gosh, there's lots of them too. I guess I can use them probably to get on top of this bucket or maybe get on top of that shelf. I don't know. We're going to talk to this box, though, and hope that talking to the box yields a key, which will allow for much further progression in Luigi's Mansion. Where does that key go to? More basement rooms or more upstairs rooms? Yep, that's top floor rooms, and I haven't done a lot of traversing in the top floor, so that's a good thing. I got a Boo in this room, but I kind of want to see maybe what the gravity switch can yield for me in this place. Oh, either way, I mean, I'm going against this Boo upside down right now. Maybe I'll use my upside down prowess to get this Boo. I don't even know. I'm not 100% sure what the gravity switches admittedly are for in this room, because in the last room where there was gravity switches, there seemed to be sort of like a clearly delineated thing that maybe you were supposed to do with them, and it actually allowed you to get further in the game. Maybe I need to light these candles, and that will make something happen, and that will also cause... Apparently there's still a Boo in this room, but I don't see how that's possible, because I already Whatever, let's vacuum up this object that apparently has a boo in it. I think, though, yeah, that's just the boo tricking me into thinking it's still in the room, because it's in the next room over. Ooh. This place looks like a crypt. I don't appreciate that terrifying atmosphere, that terrifying crypt atmosphere one single bit. And now I don't even know where that boo went. I thought it went through this wall, but... Whoa. This hall is jagged, and it's not naturally jagged. The map doesn't show it as being jagged. Oh. King Boo is probably going to be like, he's going to send me back to the beginning of the castle now, or the mansion, because he's going to be like, you need 40 boos to get in here. Now, how many is he going to say? Your clothes are green? That's right. It's me, Luigi. It's not Mario. I did not escape your grasp. But now, seriously, tell me how many boos I need to get through this door, and then kick me back to the front of the mansion like the last boo did, who was stuck in a door. Ah! Well, he didn't tell me, but I feel like that's actually great. I know this is kind of a weird, bad segue, but the blackout is over. I've got most of the mansion open. I just got some boos to catch, really, at this point. I'm going to save the game right here, and in the next episode, I will probably do a lot of boo hunting. This has been Raktar. Thank you for watching.